let's face it, most dogs will get arthritis. In fact, all of us will get arthritis if we're lucky to live long enough. So what is arthritis? Arthritis is a degeneration of cartilage in your joints. And what happens when your cartilage degenerates is it gets inflamed and you feel pain when you try to move, you feel stiff, you feel uncomfortable. And this is something that, like I said, most of us will deal with at some point in our lives. And certainly something most of our dogs will deal with. In particular, large breed dogs. I have Amber here to help me illustrate. She's a golden retriever getting on in years. And like most dogs that are large breed, and by large breed we mean sort of more than about 20 kilograms, she's got arthritis. They almost all have arthritis, and certainly once you get up to the giant breeds like St. Bernards, Great Danes, Dobermans, they almost invariably develop arthritis fairly early in life. So how can you tell when your dog has arthritis? Probably the most common thing that owners tell me that makes me think about arthritis is that their dog is slowing down. Now, there are many reasons why a dog might slow down later in life. Heart disease, splenic disease, and arthritis are probably the most common ones. And certainly, you shouldn't just look at a dog that suddenly doesn't want to go on walks and say, dog's got arthritis, she'll be all right. Probably not the best thing to do. If your dog's exercise tolerance changes, then you should probably go see a vet. But often, particularly with larger dogs, the underlying issue is arthritis. And what do I mean by reduced exercise tolerance? That's obviously a very technical term. Usually people say, hey, she doesn't like to go on walks anymore. Not excited to go on walks, or goes on walks but wants to come home sooner than usual. Another common thing that I hear from owners is when they say, oh yeah, she just kind of sits down halfway through a walk and doesn't want to walk anymore. Or, some days she just doesn't want to go outside. All of those are just really broad behavioral signs that kind of makes me think, all right, this dog is either uncomfortable or in pain or is weak. Weakness, pain, why else would a dog not want to go outside, right? And then obviously we can follow up and investigate that and try to figure out exactly why, rule out all of the kind of medical, scary disease type things that could cause this. And often we end up with, hey, dog has arthritis. Not unexpected. The other common thing that people observe in their dogs when they develop arthritis is them being stiff after sleep. So the classical thing I hear is, oh yeah, my dog's a little bit stiff after waking up, and this kind of stiffness kind of works out with exercise. Well, this is classical arthritis presentation. The joint's sore after you wake up, you start moving around a little bit, increased blood flow to the joint, the lubricating fluid inside the joint gets moved around and reabsorbed a little, and you end up with a more comfortable joint after a bit of exercise. So if your dog is starting to look a little stiff after a rest, and then just warming up into exercise and normal function, probably has early arthritis. And of course, like all diseases, arthritis can be really mild. It can also get very severe. It can certainly be an end-of-life issue for many larger dogs, because as they lose the ability to walk, they start to lose muscle mass and get weaker, and it can all kind of spin out of control. So that's the quick 3-minute video on dog arthritis. Hopefully it'll help you identify signs of arthritis or in your dog earlier. And certainly, like I said, a lot of the signs that point us towards arthritic disease can also be attributed to other things. So you don't want to assume that it's arthritis, but you do want to seek veterinary help if your dog is slowing down, showing reduced excitement about exercise, stiffness after waking up, and then we can help.